If you're stuck in the same rank and wondering why can't I break through, well, today is the day that all of that changes, because in this video I'm going over the 4 biggest roadblocks that are keeping you from ranking up in Rocket League. And spoiler alert, I'm not going to bring up a mechanic a single time in this entire video, because that is pretty much useless advice to tell you to learn a new mechanic. I'm sure if you could already triple flip reset in gold, you wouldn't be in gold. So there's no point in even bringing up a mechanic. But if you're wondering, Dice, who are you and why should we even listen to you? Number 1, that's a great question. And number 2, my name's Dice. I'm a top 100 SSL most of the time. And what I do on this channel is I try to teach people how to rank up as efficient as possible so that you don't have to spend loads and loads of time playing Rocket League to get SSL, when in my opinion, you can get the highest rank while barely playing the game, and you can have time for other things in life, like spending time with your family or having friends. Let's get into the video. The first major thing you need to avoid is playing without intent. And a lot of players just jump into Rocket League matches, whether it's ranked or casual, and they go through the motions. While playing more can help you get familiar with the game when you're starting, it's not enough to just put in hours. If you're not actively working on something, you're not improving as effectively as you could be. To start making real progress, you need to bring what I like to call intentionality to your play. Every time you get on, you should have something in specific that you're working on, whether that's focusing on rotations, positioning, or even just improving your consistency. It's important to have a goal for every session. When you play with intent, you're not just playing, you're actively improving. And another important part of playing with purpose or intent is being aware of bad habits. These are things that might be baked into your gameplay over time without you realizing it. When you play with a clear goal, you're actively trying to overcome these bad habits too, which helps you improve at a much faster rate. So avoid mindless play and always have a plan for how you're going to improve each time you play. The second thing to avoid is letting your emotions control your gameplay. It's really easy to get caught up in the moment, especially when you're dealing with a tough match, a frustrating loss, or honestly just having a bad day overall. But when you let your emotions take over, 9 times out of 10, it leads to worse decisions. So emotional gameplay tends to be, once again, what I like to call reactionary. Instead of making smart, calculated decisions, you're more likely to act out of frustration or anger. And when that happens, your gameplay becomes less consistent and you're more prone to mistakes. One of the most important skills you can develop is the ability to stay calm and focused, even under pressure. To do that, you need to recognize when your emotions are starting to take over. Take a moment to breathe and just reset your mindset. If you notice that you're getting frustrated, it might be time to step away from the game for a little while. Come back with a fresh perspective, a clear head, and you'll find that your performance will improve as a result. The third thing that you absolutely need to avoid if you want to rank up is blaming your teammates for everything that goes wrong. Now, it's so easy to point the finger at your teammates when you lose a game, especially if they're making mistakes. And everyone's been there. I'm not gonna pretend I've never blamed my teammates. I honestly do it all the time. But here's the thing, blaming others isn't going to help you improve, and it's a really harsh reality because it's super easy to take the blame off of ourselves and put it on someone else. I don't know a single person who hasn't blamed their teammate, but every game is a learning opportunity. Even if your teammates make mistakes, which they will, you can always find something you could have done better, whether it's your positioning, your decision making, or even your attitude and your mentality during the match. There's always something to learn from each game. The key to improving in Rocket League is taking ownership of your progress and focusing on what you can control. And honestly, in my opinion, that's the key to improving anything, whether it's your job, whatever it is. Once you take accountability, that's when you'll improve the most. When you shift your focus away from blaming others and instead look at what you can improve, you'll start to notice your gameplay getting better. It's about taking responsibility for your actions, and you'll understand that every match, win or lose, is an opportunity to grow. So avoid the blame game and start focusing on how you can improve each time you play. The fourth and final thing to avoid is obsessing over your rank. Now, I get it. Climbing the ranks is the goal, and this is coming from someone who has climbed the ranks using this mentality. So it's not like I'm gold saying don't care about your rank. That'd be easy to say. But as someone who's the highest rank, when you focus too much on the rank itself, you lose sight of the bigger picture, which is improving your gameplay. Your rank is just a reflection of your performance over time, but it's not the end goal in and of itself. When you're constantly checking your rank and worrying about whether you're going to rank up or down, it adds unnecessary pressure to your gameplay, and it honestly changes the way you play. And when you're under that kind of pressure, you're more likely to make rushed decisions and panic plays. Instead of focusing on rank, focus on the process, the daily improvements you're making in your gameplay. As you start to improve your skills and your decision making, the rank will come naturally. The more you focus on the quality of your play rather than the number next to your name, the faster you'll climb. So don't let rank become the sole focus. Trust the process and the rank will follow. And also, nobody else really cares what your rank is. The reason you don't want to play because you're scared of deranking, no one's looking at your rank and saying, hey, look at that guy, he just deranked to diamond. No one cares. You just need to focus on yourself, and if you care that much, I would say just make an alt account and just play for improvement, because honestly, your rank is super distracting. I don't really think there's a very high value to your rank, and a lot of people disagree with that. A lot of people think that your rank equals skill, but I could tell you players that are lower ranked than me that are significantly better than me because they don't really care about their rank and they just forfeit and just kind of throw. So those are the 4 things you need to avoid if you want to start ranking up in Rocket League. Remember, play with the purpose, keep your emotions in check, and take responsibility for your progress. Don't get caught up in your rank, and if you can avoid these pitfalls, you'll find yourself improving and climbing the ranks in no time. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. I also have a Discord server where it's honestly the best way to contact me directly. I'll have the link for that in the description of this video. See you on the next one. Peace.